#1 points in Capcom Pro Tour overall. He has the most points. He has over 400-point advantage on Tokido, who's in second. That's a full Premier event. Third place is NuckleDo. He is over 2 Premier events ahead of NuckleDo in terms of points. He has absolutely dominated the Capcom Pro Tour all year. And it all started last year here at Battlegrounds. So crazy to think about. On the other side, Brian F., who is on the up and coming, has done a lot of good work this year on the tour. He almost qualified in points naturally, but instead now has to do it here at Battlegrounds by, winning the event today. That's his only way to make it in here besides the last chance qualifier.
Well, competition is definitely at an all-time high right now. We talk about Red Bull Battlegrounds being the place to start to look at these competitors. The first time we get to look at them, and now we see him here, like you said, in a ridiculous match, following him all year. Punk on the oppression right now, gets the stun on Brian F., stuck in the corner, gets a little meter on top of it.
He can save his bar and go for 50-50, and that's what he does. Side switch to make Brian switch his block, and then back throw, which builds the most optimal amount of meter. Punk on full bar, and a quick round.
Right there. 2 EX stock. Oh, Brian F. gets the knockdown instead, not taking anything big, trying to walk into that corner. You see that neutral looking really good for Punk. Even still, Brian F. slightly challenging with that jab, that 3-framer, just to keep him. Oh, nice. Gets the throw, walks back into his space, throws him into the corner. Nice neutral jump, just a little bit out of range. And you see him walking him right back to that corner.
Missed this counter hit confirmed, although a combo drop from Punk as well. You see that fake meaty that Punk does where he whips 11? Don't buy it. What level was that, Steve?
That was definitely like a level 7 right there.
Huge damage output.
Oh, just a Swift with the whip.
Instant overhead attempt. Oh, he didn't get a chance to jump in. Don't let this happen. Don't let it happen, Brian F.
Oh, wow. Whiffs the first throw, gets the second right back in his face. A second throw again. What's next? Goes for the overhead, and I was just talking about it. That's real quick. 3-framer on wake up.
All the Brian F. subs out there. I see you. Okay. You guys are out there, big fans in the chat, supporting the man, the myth, the streamer. He is in trouble right now against Punk, whose offense has just been all about this walk down, pressure, right? EX, you know he's going to convert. That's Punk. 1 hit for stun, and that'll do it. Yeah, back throw gives him the best scaling on this, the most damage, and it'll clean it up. First game goes to Punk. Woo. Punk. That follow alert will never not be good. Man, Punk has got Joy yelling at him no matter who he plays. You heard the kind of mess she was spitting?
I'm going to tweet Miss Joy going ham in the front row.
You got the videos. Yeah, you actually have it. You're the videographer in the front row. Red Bull didn't even need to hire anybody. I saw you. You were scooping up the footage.
Oh, wow. Look, I'm just saying it's too much.
We were right there. I was giggling. It was a good time. And now she's got Brian on her sides cheering him on. What an interrupt on the tap. He's too prepared. He's seen it all.
Ooh, I like the interrupt again. Trying to keep that neutral in control. Punk's strength. Brian F's. Ooh, getting pushed out of the corner. I didn't expect him to hold it that long.
Yeah, backdash from Brian. Just wanted to escape. He was so close. Didn't want to deal with the throw mix-up afterwards. And you see Brian, he has to be real patient in that grounder, right? He's worried about Punk getting the chance, but here it is, V-trigger, mix-up.
Okay, tries to go for a small reset. Punk not falling for it. Still getting walked to that corner. Nice exchange using that record.
Punk sitting on that CA. It makes him super dangerous. Any hit, a low forward could kill.
Trying to get into that range. Low forward, stand roundhouse to get that crush counter. Go right in the
Oh,
wow, what a whiff punish. Oh my gosh.
You thought you could reach back right in the face.
Bang, right in the kisser.
Pow, right in the face. A little whiff punish on that one for Brian F. The big jump and the upper right afterwards.
Wow, I like that little shimmy right there to try to get Punk to flinch. Still keeping that offense in his favor. Gets the throw and releases the tap finally. That's going to be Punk's chance. Moves out of the corner. Nice roundhouse. Gets the crush counter. Pops the trigger. Full record reset. What's going to be the option? Wake up buttons from Brian F. to keep that offense in check. Not going to work out. Punk fighting back with the overhead. Stun. Jump in. And it just might be done.
Yep, spends 2 bars and then uses the rest of that V-trigger to close it out so he doesn't have to spend the full 3. Brian F. on a grip of meter. I like him waking up, crouching light kick in that other round. It beats a throw bait attempt. He tried to shimmy. That was
Did you see that walk back?
Come on, man. No other human being is going to do that. This guy is a robot. Skynet. Oh, one back throw could stun.
Oh, wow. Tap, not that strong. Goes for the reset in the overhead after the V trigger. Nice V reversal here by Punk to take it back. These guys are fighting.
Slugging it out. Corner control for Brian already. If he gets a big hit, he can kill here. Oh!
Whip
Nice
punish.
whip. You see, he spaced himself out so that the roundhouse would miss. Although Punk on offense, he's got it. The confirm is good, and that's 2 games to Punk. In the clutch, those walk-up staggered buttons are super important, and they really shut down a lot of Balrog's game, right? He wants to kind of open up with his slower, kind of heavier priority normals, but Karen has some of the fastest medium buttons in the game, and those mean that they beat other attacks, right? If Brian's trying to use his lights, they're just going to beat him in priority. It's a really good thing when he's counter-poking up close like that.
And you see Punk changed up his neutral approach as well. At first he was walking back. That's what made it easier for Brian F to whiff punish. So then he started stepping forward. That's why the big crush counter came in. You just did it just there, standing with that standing hard punch. But now you see Brian F going for the throw option. He dashed up to do it again because he saw Punk walking forward, trying to stop that interrupt just to keep that offense in check.
That's what Punk mentioned is one of the most important things a player can know how to do is when to hit that down jab. You notice that Brian F went for the double dash off the throw. He went for the double dash off the throw, and right there, yeah. Knowing that Balrog doesn't have great options to deal with that back roll 3-frame, he's got to manually time a lot of those. So it's a good choice for Punk, knowing how to and when to wake up jab. What a whip.
Once again, holding back just to get out of range. Small reset, really close to the corner, and plenty of V trigger.
God.
Ooh. That's it again. This first round, game 3, Punk is looking really sharp right now. That one small adjustment, him walking back and forth, like you said, knowing that, using that button priority strength just to make sure he hits him first. That's so good.
Yeah, finds a low. His confirms are next level. He never has an issue dealing with it. He's always ready for everything. Yep, there was a tap attempt that looked like from Brian. The reset with back throw for stun.
Not looking good right now.
1 bar left. Yeah, not quite enough to kill. Goes low 3 times. The throw is teched. And Brian F goes down to the perfect. Punk gonna move on into that winner's finals where I think many of us expected him to be.
Yeah, man, this is classic Punk, man. I feel like you'd be crazy to count him out regardless. He's definitely that player now. You mentioned all his accolades on top of being, he was the E-League